Hi everyone! Привет! Welcome to the second lesson. I'm glad you are with me. I hope you finished your first task because today we are going to continue, and for that you need to know how to read, at least that what you could read from the first lesson. I hope that was useful and joyful. You probably noticed that my plant is growing. By the way, its name is Sasha. Sasha. You can say Alex in English, but I think it prefers Sasha. Why Sasha? Today you will get to know why Sasha is a good name for a plant. First, we will learn how to greet people. I believe that's what you need to start when you learn new language. And in Russian, it is important what type of greetings you choose. We have formal and informal greetings. And if you confuse them, you will sound not very natural. Second, we are going to talk about gender of nouns. And it is also very, very important in Russian. And it doesn't work like in English. I will tell you in advance, a little spoiler. Next, you will get to know about animate and inanimate nouns in Russian. And that is also important. And it is also different from English. So let's have a look at content summary. Today, you will learn how to greet people in a formal and informal way. I told you about this before. Next, you will understand the difference between animate and inanimate nouns. Then distinguish genders of nouns. That is very important. Also, doesn't work like in English. And ask properly question what is it, что это, and who is it, кто это. Next one, we will learn some vocabulary for family and things around your house, like sofa, chair, and all the things that we learn and we use every day. So, let's start with formal greetings. You can see an old lady here. So, we use formal greetings for people who are older than you or strangers, or of course if it's just a formal context like you came to the bank or to some institutions. So you're supposed to say Здравствуйте, Здравствуйте. And as you can hear, because you can read, right? As you can hear, we kind of ignore the first V. We don't say Здравствуйте, we say Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. And one example. Здравствуйте. Чем могу помочь? Здравствуйте. Чем могу помочь? That means, hello, how can I help you? Здравствуйте. Чем могу помочь? And next one. This one is related to the time of the day. You can say Добрый день. Добрый день means good afternoon, and добрый вечер. Добрый вечер. I didn't give you good morning here, доброе утро, because with strangers, I don't think you will use доброе утро. You would probably say здравствуйте if you meet somebody in the morning, because that one is a bit, I don't know, intimate. So, добрый день or добрый вечер. And you can say, like, you can see one example here. Добрый день, я по записи. The short по turns into па. Я по записи. That one means I have an appointment. Добрый день, я по записи. Next one is informal greetings. Informal greetings, of course, we use for friends or for people who you know well enough, who you meet often. And you can say привет, привет, that's the standard one. Привет, дружище. Okay, here there's a funny phrase because дружище means like buddy. So it's basically hi buddy. Привет, дружище. You can say it to your old friend. Здорово. Здорово. I will give you three, and they gradually losing their formal meaning. So здорово, something like hi there, what's up, здорово, and one example, здорово, братан. Bratан is also like buddy, but only for guys. Only like guys use it, of course. Bratан from the word brat. Brat means brother. So of course, здорово, братан. You can use it to your male friend, and probably if you are male. Okay, and last one is just a funny one. Какие люди? Какие люди? In Odessa, you would hear that a lot. Какие люди literally means, oh, what a person, or what people I just met. Like you are surprised, for example, you didn't see each other for a long time. So какие люди, you can also use that. That's a funny one. Okay, and pay attention to ты and вы. I don't know if you are familiar with these pronouns, but ты is informal for you and вы is formal for you, yeah? So probably with people who you would use здравствуйте, you should also use вы. For example, здравствуйте, как вас зовут? Yeah, what's your name? We will learn this a bit later, don't worry. Just want to mention that to switch into ты, informal, is a big deal for Russian speakers. So, as you can see here, it's not okay if you switch from привет to ты without asking permission for that. And how can you do that? Of course, first you need to feel the atmosphere, if the person is friendly and actually wants to be closer with you, and move to informal context. So you can say может на ты, может на ты. Может на ты means could we switch to ты, or shall we use ты? So you can say that может на ты. Okay, and now we're coming to animate, inanimate nouns. Кто and что. Кто means who, что, you can hear, yeah, not что, but sh. Что means what. And what do you think? How does it work in Russian? In English, we know that only people can be animate. And in Russian, what a surprise! In Russian, animate are people, animals, and some historical, like mystical characters, for example. But the most important, you need to know that we count animals as animate nouns. That is important. So we don't say что это if we see hedgehog, yeah? We would ask кто это? Это ежик. Кто это? Это ежик. We will talk about it more, don't worry. And you can hear машина, машина here. So if I ask что это? Что это? What is it? Yeah, I supposed to say что это if I want to ask what is it, and you would say это машина, это машина. So let's have a look closer to how to ask these questions. So if you want to know about a person or about an animal, you would ask кто это? Кто это? And here we have a picture of, okay, this one is bright, but it's supposed to be wife. So, кто это? Это жена. Это жена. Это means this or it. So basically you are saying this is a wife. Это жена. Pay attention to that. In English you would have 4 words. This is a wife. Why is it only 2 in Russian? First, because in present tense we ignore the verb to be есть. So in present tense we don't use it. We don't say это есть жена. No, we say just это жена. And we kind of know that there is this verb. We just don't use it in present tense. You can watch my video on YouTube. I was talking in details about this thing that we ignore the verb to be in the present tense. And that will be super awkward if you say with the verb to be. Like that would sound like, I don't know, like you are learning Russian. Okay, it's not a crime, but it will feel awkward for Russian speakers. So, эта жена, and no article at all, they don't exist in Russian. It's a good news and maybe bad news. Because first, of course, you don't need to know them, you don't need to learn any articles, but because of that, because we don't have that small words that actually serve a lot of needs in English and simplify that language, we have declension. And declension is when we change the ending of the word to understand what role it plays in the sentence and to understand relations of words in a sentence. We will talk about declension a bit later in the end of the marathon, but don't worry, that's not that scary. Yeah, that's a lot to memorize, but actually it can be very fun, because in Russian that means that you can play with word order a lot. You can say «эта жена», or you can say «жена эта», «жена эта». Yeah, the tone is a bit different, but grammatic meaning doesn't change. Alright, so one more time. Кто это? Это жена. So when you want to know about a person, you just ask кто это? Кто это? Somebody entered the room. Кто это? Next one, when we talk about things, yeah, inanimate objects. So we would use что, not что, yeah, что это, что это. You wouldn't say что это, yeah, you usually say like one phrase, что это. And I think you can guess what this object is. Это компьютер, unstressed O. Это компьютер, это компьютер. Что это? Это компьютер. Alright, so remember, кто это, что это. If you ask что это about a person, that would be offensive. And here we come into gender of nouns. And in English, we have feminine, masculine, and neutral. I started with feminine. Sorry. I just want to balance, because in Russian we always start with masculine. So feminine, masculine, neutral. And usually all the not alive things are neutral, right? And even small kids, or when we don't want their gender. But in Russian, look at this picture. Оно is for neutral. Оно means it. So we have a door, дверь, a sofa, диван, and hedgehog, ежик. Ежик. We will learn them later, don't worry. Дверь, диван, ежик. And all of them are feminine or masculine. So дверь is feminine, divan is masculine, ежик is also masculine. Weird, right? Why would we need neutral gender then? Sorry, I don't have answer to that question. But good news, not very difficult to distinguish them. Basically, patterns are very clear. So first one, masculine. Masculine nouns in most of the cases end with a consonant or y. Y, краткое и. Y. Masculine and with consonant or y. We learned the alphabet last time. I hope you remember it. A good reason to review it. Alright, so here we have some words. I will read them for you without translation. We will learn them later, don't worry. So I want to show you that even without knowing their meaning, you can already understand what gender they are. Друг, брат, отец, стол, стул, муж, родственник, диван, and ключ. The last one is a bit tricky. I will tell you about it more when we learn all the gender. Alright, next one is neutral. I give you this order because later when we will learn declension, they often change in the same way, so it's easier to learn them together. Alright, so neutral words usually end with o or e. O, e, or sometimes it sounds like yeah. O, e, yeah. Okay, and here are examples with only o. These are rather family members or objects in your house. So we have кресло, зеркало, окно, ведро, одеяло, and pianino. I think some of them you could guess already. And we are coming to feminine. Feminine nouns usually end with a or ya. So it's not even all the vowels, just basically two of these. A and ya. And some examples. Сестра, тетя, мама, жена, семья, дверь, подушка, and кровать. You could also see two nouns with soft sign in the end. So дверь and кровать. And you remember that we have ключ. So look here. If it is a soft sign in the end of the word can be masculine or feminine. Such words you just need to learn. Yeah, check their gender according to the dictionary. Ключ, кровать, семья. But I should warn you, look at this word. I'll tell you in advance that it is a name. Kesha. Kesha. When you hear Kesha and knowing that feminine nouns end with a or ya, you imagine some girl, like Russian looking nice blonde girl, right? But Kesha is this guy, Иннокентий Смоктуновский.
Боже мой! Иннокентий Смоктуновский. Кеша.
He's a famous Russian actor. So Kesha is short from Иннокентий. Agree that Иннокентий sounds solid, like, yeah, you can imagine that that is a man, right? But we have short forms for a lot of masculine long names like Kesha, Sasha, Alexander. And now we are coming to the answer why I decided to name my plant Sasha, because Sasha can also be as feminine and as masculine. Sasha actually is neutral. I mean, not neutral, can be both. Alexander or Alexandra, then ending is changing. But the short one is the same for both. Sasha. Pasha, short from Pavel, masculine. Misha, short from Mikhail, my brother is Mikhail. And Gena, short from Gennady. Gennady is definitely masculine, right? Gena, Gennady. And they can be brutal even with a in the end, so watch out. I don't think you want to call them Anna and get into trouble. Okay, and as I promised you, now we are going to learn these words, their pronunciation, stress, and what they mean. I won't read you an English translation, I'm sure you can read. So first one is друг, друг, брат, брат, отец, отец. Remember about unstressed O, it's not отец, right? Отец. Next three, стол, стол, стул, стул. I know that there is very similar word in English, but this one is exactly chair. Стул. Муж, муж. I couldn't decide what picture to choose, but so just read translation, please. Муж. Next one, родственник, родственник. That can be anybody, but male gender. Female would be родственница. родственница. So male – родственник, родственник. Диван, диван. Ключ, ключ. Just one. Next one. Кресло, кресло, кресло. Зеркало, зеркало. Окно, окно. Ведро, ведро. Одеяло, одеяло. Пианино, пианино. Сестра, сестра. Тетя, yo, with dots and it's stressed. Тетя. Мама, мама. Жена, жена. Семья, семья. That's an interesting one because семь means 7 and я means I. So basically, семья means 7 me. Семья. Дверь, дверь. Подушка, подушка. Кровать, кровать. Sorry, couldn't resist using this picture. So let's learn how to make general questions. Yeah, yes, no questions. So you just ask это стул, for example, это стул. You can hear the intonation это стул. So it goes up on это, and stool is just a straight one. Это стул. And you will hear да or нет. We don't bother with full answers like in English. Да, нет is a complete answer. That's enough. Это стул? Да, это стул. If you want to be super clear. Да, это стул. Or нет, это табурет. You could guess. Да, yes, нет, no. Да, это стул. Нет, это табурет. Табурет is actually English stool. It's like chair but without this thing for your back. Нет, это табурет. So you can practice asking more questions in the worksheet after this lesson. That will be your homework. Next one is a specific question which you can't answer yes or no. This one is что такое, let's say, что такое ведро? Что такое ведро? Что такое ведро? You never heard this before, right? So you don't know what ведро means. And somebody told you something like ведро клубники. Клубника is strawberry. Ведро клубники. So you can ask somebody, что такое ведро? That means, what is ведро? Instead of just я не говорю по-русски. Yeah? Что такое ведро? And if the person is smart, he or she will try to explain you what is ведро, or at least translate it in Google Translator, right? At least you will sound better, believe me. Что такое ведро actually gives you more respect than just saying я не говорю по-русски. Yeah? I know from my experience that people will take you differently. And here we come into pronouns. Today we will learn only 3. I think the most important pronouns, especially related to what we learned today. They're related to gender, yeah? They're singular. Он, he. Оно, it. Она, she. Она is the last one not because of something, but just because I told you before. Он, оно, they often change, like do the declension at a similar way. That's why it's easier to remember them together. Он, оно, она. And here is a little task for you. Put it on a pause, and you need to sort all these words according to their gender. And we already learned their genders. Remember? On, everything that ends with consonant or y, and sometimes soft sound, soft sign. она, always a or я, or the soft sign, оно, о or е. Well done! I'm sure you were able to get it right, and here's the answer. Он брат, он друг, он родственник, он отец, она, оно пианино, оно одеяло, оно ведро. Она тетя, она подушка, она сестра. And here we are going to learn how to ask a question, who is she or who is he. Listen carefully. Кто он? Кто он? Кто means who? Кто он? You won't hear кто он, but the quick one, кто он? And кто она? You can hear kt, right? Кто он? Кто она? So, look at the picture. Кто он? You can go back to the slides or the video and review how to say relative. Кто он? Он родственник. Он родственник. Кто она? Easy one. Кто она? Она мама. Она мама. So remember that we learned 3 different forms of questions. First one is a general question, on which you will get the answer да, нет, yes or no. You can ask это мама or это родственник, and answer will be yes or no. And this one is the same for animate, inanimate. Then you can ask specific question, and to get the answer, you can ask что это, means what is it, or кто это means who is it. But when you know the gender of the person you are asking about already, then you can be specific and ask кто он, or кто она, кто он, кто она. And now your turn. First, I want you to form questions, like we just practiced, yeah? Remember that we use кто он for masculine and кто она for feminine. And don't be confused with hedgehog. Also remember, keep in mind that animals are in the same line with people in Russian. That is because we like animals. And that's all. Now go and practice. Also do your short video and your story so I can see that you did your homework. Благодарю тебя. Thank you for your attention. Хорошего тебе дня. Have a nice day. Пока-пока.